it's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out. If you chase an avoidant, they will run for the hills. They will run. Hi girlies, welcome back to my channel. My name is Lala and I'm here to help you become the best version of yourself emotionally, mentally, and softly. In today's video, we're going to talk about why you should stop chasing your avoidant partner. So if you're ready to stop chasing, keep watching this video. If you're anxiously attached, you know that feeling. Like when your partner pulls away and all you can think about is to get them to reassure you, get them to have that conversation with you, get them to fix the situation. You're basically thinking that if you just have one more conversation with them, that you will be okay. That feeling that you get, that's actually your nervous system going into survival mode. And when you're in that mode, you will do anything to get them to reassure you or to get them back or to create closeness. You might replay in your head everything that they said, everything that you said in that conversation or in that fight or in that argument or whatever. You will literally apologize for things that were not your fault. You will just literally try to fix it. You're not crazy. For anxious people, disconnection literally feels like danger. Like your body is literally telling you you're in danger, life or death. So what you need to do is not chase them, but to calm your nervous system down. And here's how. The first step is to name what's happening. When you name what's happening, you are one step closer to calming your nervous system down. You name what's happening. You're like, okay, my body's in survival mode. I can't think clearly right now, but I am safe. So you reassure yourself that you're safe. The next step is to soothe your body first. Usually you cannot outthink a brain that's in survival mode. So when you try to calm down and you try to think and you try to strategize, it's not gonna work. So what you should do, or what helped me, is go for a walk. I usually walk on my walking pad, or sometimes I walk outside just to get my mind off of things. Distracting yourself by doing something physical is always gonna work. I know this is harder than it sounds, because when you're like in full survival mode, the last thing you want to do is grab your yoga mat and do some stretching exercises. But trust me, it works. Especially walking definitely works. Also, what worked for me is putting cold water on my face or on my hands, or holding something cold. That usually also calms your nervous system down. Or you could also place one hand on your hand and one on your belly and take deep breaths, like in for 4 seconds, out for 6 seconds. If you do Pilates, you know what I'm talking about. In through the nose, out through the mouth. That's what we do. It will calm you down. The third thing you can do is pause. I know you want to fix it immediately. I've been there. I know exactly what it feels like. But trust me, it's not going to work out the way you think it's going to work out. If you chase an avoidant, they will run for the hills. They will run. Like they literally shut down. You need to take a step back and pause. You can even tell yourself, like, I'll just wait 1 hour and then I'll text them. Trust me, after that 1 hour, you'll feel very differently. Or when it's like in the evening, you can just be like, you know what, I'm just gonna, I'll go to sleep and text them in the morning or talk to them in the morning. It is really harder than it sounds, because for us anxious people, a lot of times when our nervous system is so activated, we can't even go to sleep. So meanwhile, the avoidant is snoring and we're struggling, not being able to even rest. Trust me, when you get yourself to sleep and you wait and you wake up the next morning, you might feel very differently, and you're not gonna feel the same way that you felt before you went to bed. Another thing that you can do is meet your own needs, because behind every reaction like that, where your nervous system is just in overdrive, there's an unmet need. So you can see if you can meet that need yourself. For example, Like, you just have to ask yourself, like, what do you need? Do you need a warm shower? Do you need to watch your favorite movie? Do you need a break? Like, what do you need? You don't have to earn peace by fixing the other person. Like, literally, you can give yourself peace. Like, you don't need the other person to reassure you. You can reassure yourself. Like, you don't need their reassurance. It might feel like you do, but you don't. And then also, you have to understand that this is not about you. Whenever they shut down and they withdraw and they don't want to talk about it, they're like, oh my god, I don't want to talk about it, can we talk about this later? And you're just like on overdrive and you're like, no, like, we gotta talk about this now. It's not about you. It's their nervous system literally shutting down and saying like, no, can't handle it, this is too close. You gotta tell yourself, like, they're not gone forever. Just need a minute. They're not gone forever. They might shut down, but eventually they will be back. Trust me, they will be back. And I know you agree that this is not fair, because everything in us is screaming for connection, but everything in them is screaming to run. So why do they get their needs met, which is withdrawing, but we can't get our needs met? It's not fair. But the goal is to seek for that connection that we're craving in ourselves, so that we don't rely on the avoidant to give it to us. That's the goal. Yes, they get their needs met, they get their space, but if we have connection within ourselves, we're not going to be reliant on them anymore. If you ever feel the urge to chase your avoidant partner, please remember, you are not too much. Your feelings are valid, and you can survive emotional distance without abandoning yourself. Trust me, it does work. And most of the time, they will be the ones reaching out. If you don't chase, they will come to you. I know your nervous system is telling you it's just a call, it's just a text. But I promise you, your nervous system is lying to you, because the way you're gonna feel after you sent that text in survival mode, you're gonna regret it. You might think you will get relief, you might think you will get reassurance, but you won't. Even if you do, it might only last for a couple seconds, and then guess what? You're gonna be right back in that cycle. But this time it's gonna be more shame, more confusion, and more spiraling. The real healing begins when you stop trying to calm your anxiety by controlling someone else, and start building safety inside yourself, even when they don't text back. If you learned something from this video, drop a comment, hit like, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you guys so much for watching.